Mrs. Reed?
Ah, Adam, I'm sorry you startled me. And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for you.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. This is where you work, but to me, this is also the place where I lost my daughter.
I know what you mean. It's never been the same for me either.
I guess it's not meant to be easy. It seems there's just no right way to deal with something like this. And I can't even begin to imagine how things have been for you after all you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
They did what they had to do to save me. And in a way, I can do more now than I ever could.
I'm glad to know you take it so well. Many of us wouldn't be able to cope so easily with such traumatic changes.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her. Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more?
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened. I can see why she loved you. Not even that degree of mechanical modification could change what she saw in you. Please, will you help me find out what really happened to her?
I never got a chance to investigate the attack myself. I'll look into it.
Thank you. This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard in an apartment building on Brooklyn Court. I'll be waiting for you in your apartment lobby once you're done.
Why does a detective need to work part-time as a security guard?
Oh, he retired soon after the case. I don't really know the details. Maybe he'll tell you more.
I'm on it.
My neighbors were there when it happened, you know. The hostage-taking at the Seraph plant. Greg and Josie Thorpe. Do you know them? Oh, thank God they made it out alive.
Mr. Jensen, I don't know how you stopped that Sanders character, but I'm sure glad they called you in. The cops in this city are worthless. I just hope he's secure, now that they're holding him at the precinct station. He has to pay for what he's done.
I don't really have anything against it. I just think it's disgusting. I mean, grafting metal into your skin? Yuck.
I guess you don't have any tattoos.
It's not the same. You don't need to take drugs for the rest of your life when you have a tattoo.
Well, I think what you do to your body is up to you.
Yeah? Well, when everybody's done doing what they want, what happens to people like us who refuse to become machines? We become the weaker species, that's what. And the next thing you know, we'll be the ones living in derelict Rome.
Wow, you really don't have an opinion on this, do you?
You looking for something? Good luck finding it, whatever it is.
I'm sorry. We're having a private conversation here. Look, I don't have anything against you, but just stay away, okay?
Hey, you seem nice and all, but I'm really not interested. Sorry.
Tell me something. How can anyone justify protesting at a limb clinic? They're helping people, for Christ's sakes. Besides, protesting never got anybody anywhere. It's all just a big distraction. You take all their energy and put it to something useful, then you could really change the world. I don't mean to judge, but I think that people who choose to augment themselves are rejecting their own humanity. They don't understand that it's our limitations that make us human.
My ride was supposed to be here 15 minutes ago. I'm gonna kill Gerald when I get home. Looks like I'm taking the subway again. Wish I had legs like yours, then I'd just run home.
I'd advise you to stay away from the DRB gang if you can. Just stay in the brightly lit streets and you'll be fine.
Have you seen the neuro enhancements they're coming up with these days? How far are they gonna go? It's only a matter of time before we're using our own wings to fly.
You ever get the feeling you're being watched? I don't know. All these cameras and chips and stuff everywhere. How do you know they're not tracking you or something? Fear Big Brother, man.
Adam, nice look you got going on there. You must be hitting the clubs tonight. No rest for the weary in this city, I guess.
Hey, Adam, didn't see you there. You heading home for the evening, or does Mr. Seraph have you looking into something new? Can't talk about it. Right. Well, just take care of yourself, okay?
Have you seen the news lately? It's horrible. Global warming, augmentation regulation, it never ends. If only people would open their eyes and see what's really going on.
You like baseball? That Lucerne Park is a monster. The androtherapy they put him on saved his career. Looks like the Tigers are going deep. You got any credits to spare? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna use them to buy booze. You wouldn't begrudge a man a drink, would you?
Access granted.
You can't walk a block in this city without some loser asking for a handout. I got 2 words for you. Fuck off.
Well, shit. If it ain't the captain himself. Mr. Seraph done fixed you up good, ain't he? Give you a new set of glasses and everything. Damn.
How you doing, Letitia?
Didn't think I'd see you walking this boulevard anytime soon, that's for sure. Not after what happened 6 months ago. People said you's down for the count.
People tend to underestimate me.
You and me both, Captain. You and me both. You got any credits you can spare?
Here. It's not credits, but...
Mighty kind, Captain. Mighty kind.
How about you give me some information, and then we'll see.
Oh, damn, Captain. You ain't no cop no more. Why you gotta insist on using them rules?
Because it's my money this time, not the department's. You want it, you better give me something that's worth it.
Yeah, I guess. So what you wanna know?
You've always had a good feel for this city, Tish. What's the mood on the street these days?
Oh, things ain't looking good, Captain. People losing their jobs, their homes, locking everything they's own into those garage door storage units round town, hoping nobody breaks in and steals stuff. Mr. Seraph gonna save us? He better do it soon.
Or what?
Not sure. Just feels like this whole city's waiting to explode, especially in the alleys behind the gas station. Most of the time, you's fine walking there, long as you don't cause no trouble. But you do something wrong, well, cops and punks both trigger happy these days.
I might need to do a little trespassing soon. Maybe get inside some places where I'd rather not be seen going in.
You being kind of vague, Captain, but maybe it's best I don't know the Pacifics.
You got that right.
What I do know, though, is that most people tend to look down, not up. And even when looking down, they don't necessarily think about what's under their feet. If a person ain't too squeamish about getting dirty, they might be able to get inside one of the more sensitive areas in the city. Especially if they arm themselves ahead of time with the right information.
It's been a while since I walked the beat. Where would a less than exemplary citizen go these days if he needed to acquire some unlicensed firepower?
Well now, I hear there might be a gun seller or two around town. But an adventuring man, especially one fixed with some of them fancy techno-limbs Mr. Seraph makes, he might be able to acquire a few more if he's willing to go the extra mile.
I think I've got all the information I need right now, Tish. Maybe next time.
I'll be right here waiting for you, Captain.
You know who's behind these attacks on Seraph Industries, don't you? The same people who faked 9/11. They want us scared, man. They want every person in the Western world terrified some terrorist's going to attack us in our homes.
The good Lord made you in His own image. Why would you desecrate yourself? Don't you realize that the only thing you need in this world is His love?
Try not to start any trouble. We were able to stem the violence at the limb protest, but things are still tense.
Nice night for a walk. But you might want to stay out of derelict road, knowing how the local gang feels about people with enhancements. We don't want to have to go in there and find you. Have a good evening, sir.
Keep that weapon holstered, sir. We've had enough action for one night. Have a good night, sir.
These limb riots are being organized by the government. They want an excuse to exact martial law and split this country up.
Keep it down, pal. People are on the edge right now, and we don't want any more trouble.
What will you say when you're kidnapped by a bunch of augmented soldiers and put in a concentration camp?
I haven't put much thought into it, okay?
Haven't you heard of REX-84? FEMA is setting up camps right here in Detroit.
Yeah, and Stevie Y is actually a 600-year-old vampire.
This is just the first step in the plan. One day they will use our fears to control us all.
This augmentation debate is bringing all the crazies out. Back away, buddy. I don't want any trouble here.
It's a shame our city's name is being dragged down by fanatics.
I can't believe he said that.
I remember when it was really bad here, back before Seraph Industries opened their doors. It's because of David Seraph and the biobot industry that Detroit is even habitable today. Of course, there are still parts of the city I won't walk through.
Okay, goodbye. The good Lord made you in his own image. Why would you desecrate yourself?
One day they will use our fears to control us all.
I'm trying to remind people that the only way they can get in touch with me is by online interactive streaming. We'll stream you through and answer your questions as best we can, but don't get your panties in a bunch and get hung up on. If we detect even the slightest suspicion of fluctuation in signal, we have to shut you down. Hold order in their team.
Access granted.
That's why we have to create a covert host site for every new stream and then shut it down immediately once the call's over. I'm sitting here, just me and my techie Steve in a sweaty, clammy, claustrophobic van.
Jensen, right? I've heard about you. Yeah, you were a good cop by most accounts. But you're lucky you got out. Look at the force now. Our badges mean nothing. We've got no authority.
I'd advise you to stay away from the DRB gang if you can.
Hello? Don't worry, it's already over. They broke it up hours ago.
Why do some people feel they can just walk up to anyone and start yapping? Shove off, mister.
Okay.
Don't you understand English? I said, get lost.
Nothing personal, but I don't want to have anything to do with you. I can tell by the forehead dent that you're an Og. My sister got ogged, and then she changed.
Who do you think you are? Forget the small talk.
I ain't got nothing for you. Check with the man. And keep your hands where I can see them. You hard of hearing or something? I ain't got the goods. He does.
You got anything you want to buy or sell? I'm the guy you want to deal with. Everything's on the computer, right at your fingertips. Always a pleasure.
Damn, Captain, you back again? I don't suppose you brought me a little gift this time. Help a gal down on her luck find some relief.
This one's on me, Tish.
Oh, keep it up and I'm gonna have to give you something back.
Don't say I never gave you anything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit, Captain. Now that's almost too much. Damn, Captain. You knows how to warm a girl's insides. Here, you take this. I found it on Brooklyn Court, near the basketball court. Thought I might hold on to it, case I needed to crawl inside some rainy night. But maybe you find some use for it instead.
I think I've got all the information I need right now, Tish. Maybe next time.
I be's right here waiting for you, Captain.
No offense, but I wouldn't get enhancements even if I could afford them. And the shots. Ain't there already enough that can go wrong with our natural bodies?
I ain't no guinea pig. Ain't no way I was getting ogged just to keep my job. I ain't no guinea pig. Government's experimenting on people without they even know. Making super soldiers, man. Lazarus said so.
The Lord God made you in his own image. Why would you desecrate yourself? Don't you realize that the only thing you need in this world is his love?
Grayson hooked me up with some real tight merch. Those UGG lovers get in my face now, I'm ready to pop them.
Grayson? Where he at these days?
Yo, where you been, man? He been running shit through that abandoned gas station for weeks.
Oh, word? I wanted to get some upgrades for my Zenith 10 mil.
He can hook you up nice, man. If you go, tell him I sent you. I want a discount next time.
Word.
What you need, player? Cause I know where you can cop some goods. If you want some. Wait a second. You ain't a cop, are you? Just forget I said anything.
Yo, you look like the man who knows where to find that good shit. Upgrades, weapons, stuff like that. Don't worry, it's all good. I just need it for protection.
I'm thinking about getting my pit bull augmented. Get him some cyber paws, cyber fangs and shit. Throw him in the ring.
Dogmentation?
Yeah, word. We should, what do you call that? Register. Patent.
Copyright.
Yeah, copyright. Let's copyright that shit. Dogmentation. Yo, we gotta be rich, man. But don't be listening in to me and my crew, man. Somebody might think you're a narc. You heard me. Get lost before I make you get lost.
Look at you, man. Another sucker who bought a bunch of crap you never really needed. You're gonna be obsolete someday, my brother.
Ain't it kinda late for someone like you to be using these alleys? Downtown ain't safe for pretty boys. Don't say I didn't warn ya, pretty boy.
Word to the wise, handsome. Don't go straying too close to Derelict Row. Them crazies don't take well to enhancers. Seriously, even the cops don't go into that grease pit.
Damn Oggs. Power-hungry bastards. Every last one of them. They're nothing but tin-plated despots in the making.
This city is one big gutter and always will be.
You think this is bad? Wait till the UN passes that legislation thing. Detroit is gonna be one giant breadline.
That's what I've been saying. David Seraph ain't saved this city. He split it into the haves and have-nots.
Yeah, damn right. I've been limping for 10 years. Don't I got the right to get enhanced? No. And even if I did, how the hell am I gonna afford that drug? Neuropupazine.
Neuropazine.
Whatever. Gotta pay up the ass for that one. I broke my leg 10 years ago and it ain't never really healed. I guess I have to live with it since I'll never be able to buy me an AUG. You got any whiskey on you?
Hey, pal. You got any change in that fancy coat of yours? This city is a dump, and David Seraph can go to hell!
Access granted. Access granted.
know about you, Oggs. You're like sophisticated surveillance equipment. On legs. I'll bet you're recording every word I say and feeding it back to the corporation that made you. Goddamn governments and corporations. They're all trying to control us.
I hope you ain't here looking for trouble, my friend. That would be a mistake you don't want to make. I'm tight with the DRB crew. You mess with me, they'll take you apart and sell you for scrap.
I'm sick of it, man. I get hassled by the cops every day. But a real fucking gun runner lives in an apartment right here. He gets away scot-free. What a fucking joke. Guy sells weapons out of his apartment and has a storage locker full of crap. The cops never bother his ass. He must have laid down some serious grids to be ignored. You trying to scare me, Skinner? 'Cause you don't. Without them odds, you nothing. Nothing.
That Kassan chick is right on. You see a report on people voluntarily amputating themselves and getting augmented? What a bunch of freaks. Cutters. They just encourage others to augment themselves for no good reason.
Whoa, man. That's some getup you got. What you trying to hide? You're an og, ain't you? Yeah. Well, you just stay out of D-roll, my man. You'll be fine.
I've been out on the streets a long time. Seen a lot of bad shit out here. Something nasty is going down, man. The duck has got his head in the noose.
Access granted.
I hope you ain't here looking for trouble, my friend. That would be a mistake you don't want to make. I'm tight with the DRB crew. You mess with me, they'll take you apart and sell you for scrap.
You hear what Lazarus been saying? This country's falling apart, man. States are looking to leave the Union. If that happens, the government is gonna come down hard. That, or someone's gonna move in and take over.
Hey, back off! You don't want none of this. Just keep your nose out of my shit and everything will be cool.
You an ex-banger? You got the look. Maybe you know the Big Ant. He's been busting DRB heads for years. I wouldn't get on his bad side, though. He's not too picky about which heads get busted.
You meet all types in this city. Og, purist, I say live and let live.
Imagine. William Taggart, right here in Detroit. What a great man. I know some people question his motivation, but I think he's only looking out for the little people. Look, companies want profits, now. They don't care about the effects their products might have in 10, 20 years. I know my history. Just look at the tobacco industry.
Og, purist, I say live and let live.
Got any credits to spare? I'm not gonna lie to you.
People been saying
I'm gonna use them to buy
progress. Look at me. I've been progress right out into the street. Man, this city went to shit when the oil industry tanked. Cars falls right behind.
Hey, back off!
take a look. Drink it all in. It ain't pretty, is it? How about something for the karma?
Hey, scientists aren't God, man. They make a mistake, it's a human being that pays. There's just some things that men shouldn't mess around with.
I never let T-Boss be booking me with no cogs. I find him nasty.
Come on, I can make you feel so good.
Yeah, to me, it's a welcome change to the dirty old men I usually get stuck with.
All the ones hopped up on Z.
Yeah, at least that no-pose drug the Augs take don't make them all uppity and shit.
Cog lovers, huh? To each their own, I guess. Nah, I don't do no tricks with no Augs, yo. Talk to these two. They might be able to help you out.
Hey, sweetie, damn you cute. Hey, big boy.
You want to have some fun tonight, sexy? Because I haven't had a cutie like you in a long time. Right. Next time, sugar.
Hey, Jensen. Long time no see.
Jensen. My God, it's been a while. Remember me? We used to work the old 17th precinct back in the day. Man, I wish I could go with the good old you haven't changed at all bit, but that'd be complete and utter bullshit, right?
Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. I like your new style. A bit revealing for my taste, but not entirely unappealing.
Oh, yeah? Well, don't get your hopes up, big boy. I'm undercover, keeping tabs on derelict row ballers. I've got a hunch something big's coming.
Why do I get the sudden feeling you're about to include me into that something big?
Because you're clever. That and the fact that, well, it's pretty obvious. But jokes aside, you couldn't have come at a better time, Jensen. This case I'm on, we're stalling and we could use a little external help.
Go ahead.
I'm with IA now, and we're working a sting on a dirty cop named Jack O'Malley. Elusive motherfucker. I mean, Men in Black elusive. We know he's involved in drugs, weapon dealing, tied into the gangs. But he's clever, and we just can't seem to pin anything on him. I swear he's got friends in high places.
Okay, and where do I fit in all this?
You're an outsider. You can go places we legally can't. I need someone to do a couple of things. Break into his apartment, sneak into DRB territory, and finally, go undercover posing as a hitman. This guy is nothing minor, Jensen. He's the real deal. Major player, major consequences. We have to get him before shit hits the fan. You in?
How about the target, O'Malley? Got any more info?
He's a cop, but he went on assignment with the feds for a while. No reports, no address, nothing. We're pretty sure he got tied up in major covert ops, but never got anything solid on him. He has a badge, but he doesn't feel like a cop at all.
I haven't walked the beat in a while. Could you give me a quick sit rep of the local gangs?
You know, gangs are not the finest example of evolution, if you catch my drift. Everything's pretty much the same. The derelict row ballers are still dealing and stealing, getting into fights with Augs, and defacing augmented people's property.
Yeah, right. Upstanding citizens.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have the Motor City Bangers. Ignorant scumbags just like the DRBs, only some of them are augmented scumbags.
Can't let a guy like that roam free. I'm in.
All right then, let's get to work. Like I said, I've got a couple of very promising leads, but O'Malley's got friends among the powers that be. I wouldn't be able to get my hands on a warrant even if I had footage of the perp confessing in real time as he's finger painting his motive on the wall in the victim's blood. So I guess we're gonna have to break a few rules.
Suits me. Rules would only slow me down.
Very dirty Harry of you, Jensen. But we still have to be careful how we handle this. We've worked hard to catch this son of a bitch. I don't want him to walk on a technicality.
What about the undercover assignment? Posing as a hitman?
O'Malley's crafty, and even a bit paranoid. He's always using proxies, scapegoats, and red herrings to get us off his ass. But after months of schmoozing, we finally got through to one of his guys. Turned him into a mole. He provides us with information, stuff like that.
And he's gonna be my way in?
Exactly. Yesterday, another one of O'Malley's guys whacked someone, a drug dealer. There's a witness, but we don't have any details. O'Malley does, and he wants someone to take care of the mess. The usual guy just got busted for possession, so the contact will send you in to pose as his replacement. O'Malley will be waiting for you in an alley next to the police station.
And you want me to milk him to get the info on the witness?
You haven't lost your touch, Jensen. We think O'Malley will ask you to retrieve the murder weapon, use it to kill the witness, and then plant it on a scapegoat he can arrest later. What you need to do is get that weapon and bring it to me.
And what about the witness?
We're almost positive he's a member of the MCBs. Once you know the location, you'll need to get there, take care of any opposition, and prep him for retrieval.
Prep him?
Well, you know, he's a gangbanger, Jensen. He's not going to turn in peacefully, but we need him alive. So I guess you're going to have to play this one macho and knock him out. One of our guys will then just happen to stumble upon him. You know, serendipity.
So what am I looking for in O'Malley's apartment?
Information, drugs, weapons. Basically anything you think can be used to build a stronger case against him. The more you get, the better.
Okay. What's this about getting into DRB territory?
Yeah, I needed to get in there and track down a shipment of weapons for me. We managed to gain access to solid information that will tie it to O'Malley, but I need proof it's really there. They've probably stashed it around somewhere.
A cop dealing weapons to a criminal anti-Aug gang? Not a pretty picture.
Got that right. I guess we both agree. Nothing good can come out of this, huh? I don't know where exactly the DRB's cache is, but I know there's a bonus for you if you manage to sneak in and out without being spotted. Would make shit easier to handle on my side.
Okay, let's do this. You can contact me on my info link if anything comes up.
Excellent. Oh, and Jensen, one last thing. To protect my cover, it'd be better if you only contact me again once you've taken care of everything.
Don't look away, baby. I ain't gonna bite. How about a little sugar, baby? I'll give you a Motown special. Come on, don't be shy. I bet you're a real tiger under that coat.
There's just something about a man who's augmented. I can tell by your hands you've had work done. Wouldn't mind taking you into a dark alley sometime.
Come on, handsome. I'll take you.
Why would you book me a trick inside D-Row? What if some shit goes down? How am I even gonna get out of there?
Don't worry, baby. I'll come to get you.
You crazy? They ain't just gonna let you go through the front door.
There's a way in on the 4th floor of the building next door. Or if you can get away, meet me in the sewers.
What you say? I ain't crawling through no sewers on account of your bullshit.
Man, this town is dead. I should have just moved to Philadelphia. They keep saying the nightlife will get better, but how many times have we heard that before?
What's the deal, baby? Need something? I'd much rather get with you than go in D-Row.
Adam? You got that neural hub yet?
You're asking me to pull off a heist, boss, inside a police station. It's gonna take time.
Right. Well, if you can't talk your way past the lobby, there's gotta be another entrance outside, in back or on the roof. Save the frontal assault as a last resort.
I'm on to you. I know you're spying on us, studying us. We're not lab rats. We're human beings, man. Human beings. Help out a fellow man down on his luck?
Why don't you take a picture, asshole? Look, if you're gonna give me some credits, get to it. If not, Scram.
You meet all types in this city.
You ever get the feeling you're being watched?
That's a pretty lame come on, hun. Especially since I just know this humidity is ruining my hair. Whatever.
The biomod industry is going to tear this city apart, mark my words. Not everyone can afford augments, and those who can't are going to find themselves on the streets before they know it.
Oh, let me guess, you got nothing to spare. That's alright, man. We all got our crosses to bear. Hey, the way this city is now, I'd rather be on the streets than to be you.
Who do you think you are? Forget the small talk.
Damn Oggs. Those power-hungry
Do I know you?
bastards.
Because I could swear I'd seen you around someplace. Oh, wait a sec. You're that dude. Your face was in the papers, got popped in that attack on Seraph Industries 6 months ago. Whoa. Pretty radical what happened.
What the fuck you looking at? Because I know it ain't my charming good looks. Get the fuck out of here before I start blasting, kid. You feel me?
I'll bet you never have trouble finding a seat on the bus, do you? Hey, no offense, man. Just enjoying the sights.
Damn cops took my license, and I'm tempted to break in and take it back. And I know just how to do it, too. It'd be easy. Back alley, up the fire escape, bypass the back door lock, and then... who am I kidding? There's no fighting the law.
If you see any sign of Purity First agitators on the streets, please report it. We don't want any more trouble. Already a hostage taking and an anti-augmentation demonstration today. With the Taggart visit coming up, this city is a powder keg waiting to blow.
Hey, Jensen. Long time no see. You're not here to see Wayne Haas, are you? He's a desk sergeant on duty right now. He's still complaining about all the forces stacked against him. Yelling at people, making excuses. Worse since he got kicked off of SWAT because of the pill problem. He, blames you for it all, you know?
I don't mean to judge, but I think that people who choose to augment themselves are rejecting their own humanity. They don't understand that it's our limitations that make us human.
Hey, don't even think about starting any trouble.
I really should have stayed in bed this morning. Missed the bus home and the subway shut down. I swear, if it isn't one thing, it's another.
You watched the hockey game last night? Wings against the Habs? What a massacre. If our guys play like that for the rest of the season, we can kiss the playoffs goodbye.
You're a very lucky man to be able to afford all those augmentations. And the neuropazine. According to Eliza, VersaLife is making billions on that stuff. It helps to have a captive consumer base, I suppose.
I love Detroit. There's no place like it. I moved here from the country just recently.
Oh, please. You can't actually believe that Purity First are freedom fighters.
Not yet. But just wait until the machine men take over.
You watch too many movies.
Seriously, dude. Bill Taggart and Purity First are the only ones who've got the guts to defend us against those Augs.
Interesting that you include those two in the same sentence.
Nah, you listen to too much left-wing radio. What are you looking at, pal? Scanning me with those metal eyes of yours? That's right. You think I wouldn't notice with those shades you're wearing? But I can spot an Aug a mile away.
Don't mind my friend. He's just paranoid. You look like a nice enough dude.
Fucking Motor City bangers. Who they think they are? The sewers was our turf, the whole sewers. Except near the cop shop, Blues made sure nobody hung around there. There was an entrance led directly to the precinct basement. Don't make much sense to me, but it was pretty secured. Maybe they were smuggling shit in there. Crooked bastards.
Hey, you look like the kind of guy who'd know how to lay his hands on some explosives. You know, hush hush.
Where the mob is stashing stuff down in the sewers. It's like that story that the cask of Armadillo, or whatever. You know, they seal it up in the walls, man. You ever hear of that shit?
You meet all types in this city.
Oh man, Eliza is so hot.
You're crazy. Niashia Akeem is way prettier.
But Eliza has intelligence, and I love how she dresses. So cool.
Intelligence? She just says what Picus tells her to, and Picus only reports what the government allows them to. Eliza is just a puppet.
Well, she's one hot puppet.
You're so dumb.
What's up, dude? You lost or something? If you wait for the tram, you shit out of luck. It don't stop at this station once the sun goes down.
Is there a problem, sir?
Nice jacket. Is that a high man? In leather? I wish my boyfriend had some of your class.
I bet you weren't at the limb demonstration today, were you? A bunch of Humanity Front members protested people's right to enhance their minds and bodies. Then the news broke about the hostage situation at Sarif Industries, and the whole thing kind of got sidetracked. Yeah, nice.
I can do that.
It's impossible to hail a cab in this part of town. It's getting kind of late. I wonder if the crosstown bus is still running.
Damn it. My Wi-Fi's out, and I need to check the sports scores right away. Wish I could afford one of those cranial jobs. I can't even cover this month's rent, unless Baltimore covers the spread. That would be a major fallout.
I'll bet you never have trouble finding a seat on the bus, do you?
What's all the fuss about this augmentation technology?
My ride was supposed to be here 15 minutes ago. I'm gonna kill Gerald when I get home. Looks like I'm taking the subway again. I wish I had legs like yours, and I'd just run home.
You like baseball? Federson
The
Park.
biomod industry is going to tear this city apart. Mark my words.
I love Detroit. There's no place like it.
Welcome. I'm glad you came. I can never properly repay you for what you did, of course, but I would like to help out any way I can.
What'd you have in mind?
There's a gentleman named Sarah who works in the area. His business causes him to move around quite a bit, but at the moment he's occupying an apartment in a building on Earl's Court. If you mention my name, he'll give you a discount on his wares. He deals in, well, he's a gun runner.
How does a guy like you know someone like that?
Growing up in my old neighborhood, you learn pretty quick to cultivate certain types of relationships.
Access granted. Access granted.
All the media speculation surrounding that hostage situation in Detroit has just...
Access granted.
Millionaire Hugh Darrow, the man whose innovations first propelled augmentation...
Them D-Row cats is gonna get popped if they keep trying to tag over my shit.
Oh yeah? How so?
Got me a Hurricane TMP-18 from Syrah.
That's sick shit, man. I didn't know Surratt carried those.
Double T cut him a break on his rent, so he brought some in just for us. Turns out apartments in this dump ain't exactly cheap.
Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus. All the media speculation surrounding that hostage situation in Detroit has just blown through the roof, thanks to the arrival of William Taggart, celebrity author and founder of the...
Access granted.
An extremely regrettable.
Access granted.
But police decided to shut down the legal rally.
Access granted.
Listen, don't stream me and start bitching about Og versus Natch and all that crap. I don't give a shit whether you want to walk around looking like a fucking cyborg or whether you want to walk around butt naked as Adam in all his glory. It doesn't matter. What matters is what they want. And what they want is, they want both. You know why they want both? So you can waste your time bickering about it. Even worse, they want you to go to war about it. They want you to say, oh, this Og versus Natch is getting out.
Access granted.
Let's make a rule. Yeah, a rule that says only the police, the security corps like Bell Tower, and of course, let's not forget to give your private security people, Mr. Seraph, the right to turn themselves into augmented killing machines.
Access granted.
Topics to cover today, so let's not waste any time. Listen, don't stream me and start bitching about Og versus Natch and all that crap. I don't give a shit whether you want to walk around looking like a fucking cyborg or whether you want to walk around butt naked as Adam in all his glory. It doesn't matter. What matters is what they want. And what they want is, they want both.
The guy you want to deal with is over there. The guy you don't want to deal with is standing in front of you. I'll be watching you. Don't try nothing funny.
You want to buy or sell something? It's all on the computer. What do you want?
I'm a friend of Greg Thorpe.
Really? Okay, I give you the egghead discount. Done.
I, for one, approve of these protests. These limb people are drug pushers. Someone is getting rich while the rest of us are suffering.
I wouldn't know about those things. All I know is that this violence doesn't serve anyone.
Well, I guess the question now becomes, will the pro-human groups retaliate when Bill Taggart gets here?
He's that Humanity Front guy, right?
He's speaking at the convention center in a few days.
Ugh, that's gonna be a day from hell.